What's going on, everybody? David here. Today we're talking about when you should upgrade the Chase Sapphire Preferred to the Chase Sapphire Reserve. But first off, on this channel we talk about inspiring people to travel more using points. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell notification so you can get future updates on my videos. Okay, so I know you guys are looking at the new set and you're wondering, why is he in a new set? Well, this is my new channel, Creator Visuals, so this is a set for the new channel. So please check that channel out. I'll put a link in the description as well as at the end of this video. We talk about camera equipment, audio, lighting, all that good stuff. So if you're interested in making YouTube videos, that is the channel you want to check out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, when you should do the upgrade. And now this is not a hard and fast rule, so there's certain things that you might have different circumstances. So I'm just going to talk about, in my situation, when I would consider upgrading. I do have the Chase Sapphire Reserve right now, and I also have the Chase Sapphire Preferred because I had the Chase Sapphire Preferred prior to the Chase Sapphire Reserve launch, and when they launched the Chase Sapphire Reserve, I jumped on it, so I still have both cards. I use the Chase Sapphire Preferred right now as referrals. I mean, I get so many referrals on that card, so that's the reason why I'm keeping that card. Now, when you're looking at the cards, the first thing that you want to think about, and the first thing that I would think about in the situation, is how much do I eat out? And in my situation, I eat out a lot. So I will eat out when I'm going to work at least once a day. I'm getting a meal, so that's at least $10 every meal every day. Or I say Monday through Friday. And then on the weekends, it depends on the situation. But I do eat out more than most people, so I can benefit from getting that Chase Sapphire Reserve. So I can earn more points with the Chase Sapphire Reserve because I'm getting 3 points every dollar spent at restaurants, whereas with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, you're only getting 2 points every dollar spent. So that's the first thing that I would look at. The next thing we want to look at is lounge access. So a lot of us, prior to getting the Chase Sapphire Reserve, I didn't really know anything about lounges. I'd never stayed in a lounge or anything like that. But now I swear by them. Anytime I go to the airport, I'm always using a lounge because, for one, they have free water, free sodas, free alcohol, free snacks. So you have a place to go that's quiet. You also get free Wi-Fi too, which is nice. That's quiet, and you can kind of get away from everyone, and then you have these free things that you don't have to pay for. And I used to go to the gift shops all the time and get water and get things like that for the plane. Well, now I have access to these same things in a lounge, so it just makes that whole travel experience a lot better. So I recommend people at least go into a lounge and kind of see how it is. Some other cards will give you maybe a couple of passes, a couple of free lounge passes, or you can also get on eBay and you can get like the United Club passes. Now, United Club is not the nicest lounge that you're going to be in, but it will kind of give you an idea of how things work and how you can really benefit from a lounge by getting some of these different things that you would normally buy when you're at the airport. So you have to look at that. So is this a benefit that's something that I'm good with, or is this something that really not worth it to me? A lot of people bring their food, so they'll bring food to the airport, which you can do. You can't bring liquids, but you can bring food, snacks, and things like that. So if you prepare ahead, you can do that, and you don't need a lounge. But it's something to think about. That would also kind of steer me to, okay, the Chase Sapphire Reserve is good because of this. Something else I want to talk about is global entry. So if you're not familiar with global entry will allow you to kind of get in front of everyone in line. So you'll have a separate line that you go to, and you don't have to do a lot of things like you would normally have to do at the airport. Take off your shoes, take your computer out of the bag, and all that kind of stuff. You're able to skip all that because if you have global entry, you also have TSA PreCheck. Now, the way that global entry is different than TSA PreCheck is when I'm re-entering the country. So let's say I go out to Mexico and then I'm on my way back. When I'm on my way back in, I go through a separate line again. I go through a kiosk, and I don't have to go through the normal customs process. So all I do is go to the kiosk, put the information in, put my passport on there, put my fingerprints on there, and then I'm able to just go right through. It'll print out a ticket for me, and I take that ticket to the customs agent, and then I'm on my way. So it's a lot faster process. It does take a little bit more to get that, but they give you this $100 credit with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. But you have to go for an interview, sit down with the interview, talk with the customs agent, and just kind of explain your travel history and all that kind of stuff. And so they do a little bit of background on you, so they know you're a trusted traveler, and that's what that means. So another thing to think about, if you want to get the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you get that, you're going to get that $100 credit there. Now, one thing that I didn't mention that I think I should mention is the difference between the two cards as far as the annual fees. So the annual fee for the Chase Sapphire Preferred is $95. The annual fee for the Chase Sapphire Reserve is $450. And so you can see right there, that's a big difference, and that might sway you one way or the other. But with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you are going to get a $300 travel credit. And that brings me to the next portion of the next thing you need to think about. How much do you travel? So if you don't travel enough, let's say 1 or 2 times a year, Chase Sapphire Preferred is probably going to be a better fit for you. If you do travel 3, 4, or more times per year, then you might want to consider getting that Chase Sapphire Reserve, because you can get all those benefits that I was talking about. The global entry really makes sense at that point. The lounge access really makes sense. And plus a $300 travel credit. You'll have no problem using that travel credit if you travel a lot. So those are other things that you need to think about. And the last thing I want to talk about too, and this can be a strategy if you don't plan on traveling right this minute. Let's say you know you want to travel in a year or 2 years. The sign-up bonus for the Chase Sapphire Preferred right now is $60,000. The sign-up bonus for the Chase Sapphire Reserve is $50,000. So you'll get an extra $10,000 if you sign up for the Chase Sapphire Preferred and then upgrade. But you have to wait a year. You can't upgrade prior to that year, so you're going to have to wait that time. And then at the end, so when you're ready to pay your annual fee again, you can call up Chase and just let them know, hey, am I eligible to upgrade this card? And then they'll go ahead and work their magic and get you the card, the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Now, you do need to have a credit limit with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. The credit limit needs to be $10,000. So if you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred right now and your credit limit is, let's say, $5,000, well, they need to see if you qualify for that $10,000. So they're going to have to do something to figure out if you do qualify. Now, if you have some other Chase cards, they might be able to move some credit around and allow you to get the Chase Sapphire Reserve, but you have to start at $10,000. They don't approve people under $10,000 as far as credit limit. So that's what I think about the Chase Sapphire Preferred upgrading, when you should upgrade. I think really it comes down to your traveling habits. If you travel a lot, then it really makes sense. If you do not travel that much, then I think you're safer just staying with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, because there's some benefits in the Chase Sapphire Reserve that you're just not going to be able to get. That's my advice when it comes down to it. But more importantly, I want to know what you guys think. So in the comment section, when do you think you should upgrade from the Chase Sapphire Preferred to the Chase Sapphire Reserve? Do you think you should do it at all? Do you think you should just bypass the Chase Sapphire Preferred and just get the Chase Sapphire Reserve and not do like a thing I was talking about where you're getting the Chase Sapphire Preferred first, get the $60,000 sign-up bonus, and then get the Chase Sapphire Reserve in 1 year? What do you guys think about that? Please let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.